What is up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are doing the hard uh, secret room of Doom Tower for the Magic Rare team. So I was actually able to complete this. I think this is floor 12. Secret room floor 12. And it's hard. It basically made me gear up the best gear I've had on these champions. It made me level up 1, 2, 3 of my rares to level 60. 2 of them already had level 60. And it made me use a second apothecary. Why the hell would anybody ever need a second apothecary? And I think the floor 12 secret room is the reason why. So as you can see here, we're just going to go right into it at the end. I'll show you all the gear, the stats, everything you're going to need, and kind of probably some different alternatives to the room. And then we'll go over kind of like my end results. But I said I was going to try and finish off all the secret rooms this rotation. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one of them. It is just dumb, but I'll try it. But we still have like 2 weeks left to do it, so we got to figure that out. But this one, let me make myself a little bit smaller. So we have 2 apothecaries. The whole idea here is to have a stun set on the crap, what the hell is his name? On the middle dude. All right, that's what I thought. It was Judge. So Judge has a stun set because he has a 2-hitter on his A2, and if he crits, which he always does, it boosts up his turn meter for each crit. So basically, he gets back up to 100% turn meter. So that's kind of why he's so good for this, and also stun set. Kale isn't just a lifesteal set. I actually put my really good ninja crit rate lifesteal set on my Kale. My main apothecary has the relentless set. The other apothecary I would put in a relentless set. I just didn't have enough relentless sets to go around. So he's in just a speed set. And then the dwarf, which I used in my dwarf faction wars team at level 50. I wanted to level him up to 60 because I thought he would just not die. Like, he was dying at 50. So I put him up to 60 and just put more HP on him. Put an HP banner, I believe. Yeah, HP banner on him. I just made him as fast as possible. So Avel the Archmage, Alchemage, Avel the Alchemage, he has a A2, which actually decreases attack and speed if there's a poison on the enemy team. So Kale can poison. He poisons on his A1, so poisons definitely help kill this wave. So decreases the speed, and the main thing is decrease attack. So Judge has a decreased attack, but it's a chance. It's like a 30-35% chance of putting it on there, and then it's one of the 5 debuffs that he has. So with Archmage, at least you're guaranteed to put out a 25% decreased attack, which helps. 25% is pretty big for these waves. So that's why I brought him. And also his A2 or A3 is on a 4-turn cooldown. He's in a relentless set again, so he just goes as much as possible. Fills turn meter of all allies by 15%, which is great, and heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. When I had this guy, I think he had like 60 or 70k HP. He has no masteries. I just realized that. But that A3 is clutch. So filling the turn meter. So I have 3 people that fill the turn meters. Judge does it himself. So that's 4. And then just a crap ton of healing. That's kind of the whole point of this, is you want your DPSers to survive. They're the ones getting hit because they have the least amount of HP. And you want your support champions to heal the crap out of them. That's the goal. So it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly this team, but you do want healers, like a lot of HP. You could use that chick who puts up a shield. That would probably be good. I looked at her, but I didn't want to level her up. An apothecary, I would start saving for another apothecary. If you have 1, great. If you have 2, like just sitting there in the vault like I did, level him up. Just do it. He's probably the best one at this point. So I'm just showing you that this is going to take a while. I'm doing it all manual. Now the first wave, we are at, I didn't see the second wave yet. So when I did this, I got into the first wave. And if you notice, my 1 apothecary is actually level 50. So I went back and I leveled him up to 60. Yep, I leveled him up to 60 after making this video. Because if you see here, I killed the guy all the way to the left, the big fat guy. And why I do that is because he has a HP reduction, like a heal reduction. And that's not good. So I wanted to keep stunning him and killing him first because of that heal reduction. So if you put the heal reduction on anybody, they're going to die. Because the whole point of this team is heals, and without healing, you're going to die. So kill the guy all the way to the left first. Then everybody else doesn't really matter. Just kind of DPS him down. The guy up front obviously is the same mage that we have, so he provides heals, decreased attack. The other two, they're just DPSers. I mean, not a ton to say about them. Okay, so notice, look, we get past these guys, and now again, I haven't seen the second wave yet. So once you get to the last guy, which is going to be here, all A1s. Just A1, 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 unless you really need the healing. Like Kale is there, so I'm going to heal him up one time. And then it's just all A1s. I want to make sure that all my skills are ready for wave 2. And then look, once we get to wave 2, this is wave 2. Again, I didn't see wave 2, but once I saw it, I was like, holy shit, it's all DPS. So they hit really hard, so you definitely need that decreased attack. That's why the Archmage or Alchemage is really good. And then the decreased accuracy is coming from Judge, because he does have that. And then everything else is just whatever. But we get nuked down. It wasn't good. Let's see who dies first. Alright, so I'm going to play it. There you go. So my level 50 Apothecary died first. So that's probably why I leveled him up to 60, just to get a banner on him, get him more HP, all that stuff. So let me pause this and go back to the main video. Alright, and this one we started right on the second wave, because you already saw me beat the first wave. So now you see that we have both Apothecaries at level 60. I think I just increased the stats on a lot of other people. We put, again, Relentless set on one Apothecary, Relentless set on the Dwarf. Kale has a life set, stun set on Judge. We actually changed it up, so we put him in the lead. I think I had Kale as the HP in the lead before, but now we put the accuracy as lead, and actually helped out a lot. That extra 30 accuracy from Judge came in a lot. I was able to poison a lot more. I think I gave more accuracy to Kale, so he could actually do more poisons. And there was just a lot more poisons going on. So everybody still has the decreased attack out, which is good, but I'm really just trying to stun and kill one person at a time. So for this one, who are we trying to kill? I guess Aethel. She does a lot of damage. She has two hitters, so everybody gets hit a lot. But I'm really just looking at all the HPs. Anytime I can heal, I want to heal. I really don't want my DPS to die. My support champions are more tankier than my DPS champions. But look, we just keep going after Aethel. Or Aethel? No. Whatever the hell her name is. Ariel, Anahel. the starting champion. They're all starting champions. The elf. So all the poisons, more decreased attack and decreased speed because there's a poison on him. That's what the dwarf does. But look, double hitter, a lot less damage because of decreased attack. So again, the dwarf is very, very good if you want to bring him in. So keep healing up. Everybody's really fast, by the way. We'll go over all the gear at the end, but everybody is as fast as you possibly can make them. He puts out poisons, which actually does a lot of damage. It's on the A1. It does 30% chance of placing a 5% poison. 45% chance once you book them out. They're all rare, so you should be able to book them out. Again, this is end game content, guys. If you guys are nowhere and you're trying to get to up to 12 hard Doom Tower, congrats by getting up that far. If you are, but this is like this is you're swapping out a lot of gear. I used a lot of the good gear that I have on a lot of my other champions and put them on these guys, and that's kind of how I was able to do it. So again, we kill the one chick. There's a poison on her, so I think she's gonna die, so I can stop focusing on her, and then I start going to the next one. So let me fast forward this. So she's stunned, so literally we're just killing everybody. One person at a time if you can. If they're stunned or they have a lot of poisons like that, you could start ignoring them because they're probably going to die to the poisons. Like, poison do a lot of damage for late game content because of how much HP they have. There you go, died. Speed up. So now we get past this wave. Everybody's pretty high on health. Now once we get to the last guy again, what are we going to do? A1s. So we're literally just going to keep doing our A1s until they all die. They all die. We get to the next wave, which is a little bit easier. So it's funny because I went into this wave not knowing what the hell the wave was. So I didn't know what they all do. I remember going through and reading some of the blue champions and what their skills did. And I totally forgot. I forgot what any of these guys do. So I look at the guy all the way left, and I think that he is the Void Reser. I was like, crap, I got to kill him as fast as possible. But then I realized that we're in Magic Affinity, and that there is no Reser in the Magic Affinity. So there's no Reser on the team. So we start attacking. See, I'm like, oh crap, I have to kill him. So we start attacking, we go through, we stun 2 people off the bat, which is awesome. And then I just keep trying to go. So now watch this. Watch what the guy to the left does. Well, let's see if he goes. Watch this guy all the way to the left. The lizardman dude. Come on, yep, keep healing. Judge. Relentless proc. Decrease attack. Poisons. He's so slow. Come on, do something. I probably could just tell you at this point what the hell he does, but there you go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm like, you mother. So all my debuffs just got cleared away from this douche. So I have to restart everything and literally just try and kill him as fast as possible. So now my next focus is to, look, all the decreased attack went away. So now they're hitting harder. I had to heal up, increase turn meter, heal up, kill again. He hits really hard. If any of these like are a 2-hitter, you guys are probably going to die. Like that guy in the middle, I think he's a 2-hitter. There you go. We got 2 stuns off. Awesome. But he did cleanse already, so I know that this cleanse is on cooldown. So literally I'm just going to keep poisoning him and just going after him every single time. That is the guy you want to kill. Now, you're probably going to want to let him cleanse the first time because you're probably not going to get around it. I mean, you're going to want to do as much damage to him as possible, but if he does get a cleanse off, we were able to do it, even though he cleansed the first wave of debuffs. But maybe you want to save the decreased attack until after he cleanses, just so you don't die. But that's the goal. Kill the guy all the way to the left first. And then everything else goes down. There's nothing else crazy with the other guys. He attacks 3 times, so he could do some damage. There you go. We got him. So now it's literally just going down to 1 person at a time, trying to keep the stuns up, healing up everybody. Nobody really got super, super low. I think halfway was the highest that they got me down to because of just how much healing we have. There you go. Final, dude. Stunned. Boom. Got it. So that was Doom Tower, Stage 12, Secret Room, Hard. So let's get into the last video of... Alright, so I recorded this ahead of time because I was like switching around my gear. But just I'm going to go through each guy, all of their gear sets. Just look at the stats. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. And then I'll go over the total stats, and then I'll pause it there. So he's in a stun set and a speed set, because again, I want him as fast as possible. He doesn't have a lot of accuracy, which I just noticed. I just want him to survive more. So defense, HP, and HP. And his total stats, 45k HP, which I think is a good benchmark to get your attack champions to. 2,200 defense, 267 speed, 100 crit. You need the crit rate because of his A2. He doesn't boost the turn meter unless he crits. So you're definitely going to need that 100% crit rate. So make sure you get that up to 100%. It doesn't have a lot of crit damage. Again, because I'm looking for survivability. I don't need him to do a lot of damage. I just need the poisons to do really all the damage. And War Master. So War Master and poisons. 174 accuracy, which you noticed he gets an extra 30 because he's the leader. But 200 accuracy, he was still able to land a bunch of debuffs. So if I were to go back, I would probably increase his accuracy up to 250 or 220, and then his aura gets up to 250. So try the 220 to 250 accuracy if you're having trouble. But those are the Judge's stats. So Judge was, again, in very good gear. I swapped a lot of this gear out for other champions. This was my ninja gear. So it's basically built for Clan Boss. It goes up to 100% crit rate when I have his offset. But for Kale, I really needed more accuracy. So notice how much accuracy our Kale has. Add an extra 30 on top of that because of Judge's aura. But we have accuracy banner, accuracy substat for there, and then HP. So his total stats, are as follows. 219, again, not a ton of speed, but clan boss speed. 73, he gets an extra 15% crit on his A2, which goes up to what, 87, 88, not a ton. 123 crit damage, not a lot. 384, that was my goal. He is going to be the poisoner. So he's going to poison as much as possible, so 384 accuracy. But look, 48,000 HP, 2,000 defense. So that was the goal, to get above 45k HP, which we did, and we were still able to get 384 accuracy. Because you do need a DPSer. I switched up his masteries to go to War Master, so he does a little bit more damage. Now this guy was probably the MVP. So I put him in a Relentless set, one of my best ones I have. Very fast speed. He does have pretty good accuracy because we need him to land his debuffs. That speed weapon was from my Madame. I just took it off her and put it on there. That's 22 speed there. So he's at 262 speed, a little bit slower than Judge, but 73k HP. Remember, he heals off of his HP. So you want his HP as high as possible. Managed to get 2,500 defense, not sure how. 215 accuracy, so he was able to land his accuracy debuffs at 215, plus the 30 for Judge. So 245 accuracy. And again, you need his accuracy. You need him to land his poisons. You need him to land his decrease attack. His masteries, there are no masteries. I didn't put really any masteries on him. He only has the top 2, and that's it. This is the Apothecary. This isn't the best one. This is just the speed one. So I built this Apothecary up to level 60, just because I needed him to be level 60. But basic stats, defense, HP. He doesn't need accuracy. He doesn't really need a lot of resistance. He just needs HP and speed, and defense if you want. Let's look at his total stats. Right here. All right, 2,600 defense, which is good. 251 speed, again, very good. 234 resistance, not needed if you're like stunning and watching your people. 69,000 HP though, definitely want him a lot of HP. If you not have your people targeted, like your support champions, they're just healing your DPSers, which is, if there's one target that they have to heal or 2 targets they have to heal, it's a lot easier than 4 targets they have to heal, because they're only single heals. But again, we need them really fast. So let's go into our next Apothecary. This is our favorite one. This is the main one I had. I did actually get the other Apothecary's masteries. We didn't get all the masteries. We got down to a couple of the blue ones. So we got down to Merciful Aid, just to kind of get a little bit more healing out of them. But we didn't buy masteries. We didn't get all the way down. He's kind of farmed Minotaur a couple times. But his total stats are similar, 235, so about 15 speed less than the other one. A lot more resistance, because this one is built more for resistance. 52,000 HP, 2,700 defense, and those are the main stats you need. He doesn't need really anything else. People ask if you want to build crit rate on your Apothecary. I would rather have him more defensive than healing a crit heal. Like, if you have more speed, you're just going to go more times, so you're going to be able to heal more anyway. Rather than throwing like a crit, glove on him, you're losing, what, 50% HP or 50% defense like this one has. I wouldn't really worry about it. You don't need it. So those are the main stats. Now let's go into our Kale. Oh, we already went over Kale. Who's the last guy? Is that all of them? Yeah, that was all of them. Okay. So we had Judge, Stunts. Look, see, I just swapped out all the gear already. Apothecary, Kale, and again, this guy I think was MVP. So people that you can sub out. I don't have a lot of people. I think I got rid of a bunch of them. Aethel instead of Kale again, but I like the poisons, so Kale's a lot easier. You can do Frozen Banshee for the poisons, but she only puts out poisons if there is a poison sensitivity buff on the enemy champion. So that's where it's kind of hard. You're only putting one poison on one person at a time. Kale just does it innately. Who else? If you have multiples of the champions that I already went over, that's good. And I don't have any more blues. I think I fed most of my blues. This chick I was thinking about, Diablos, because a lot of people might have a Diablos just because she's a farmable champion. But she has the Attacks all enemies, so you can attack all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown, so you can put a stun set on her. Plays a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, which you already get it from the Apothecary. But this one fills turn meter of all allies and decreases turn meter of all enemies by 15%. So she's like a turn meter control champion, and she could be a stun. 10% chance placing a sleep debuff, so 1 enemy. So again, she could be like a CC type champion for you, increasing your speed, increasing your turn meter. Instead of a judge, if you don't have judge, you could try this guy. Judge does help. He brings the increased accuracy as the aura. The stun, like, just hits really, like, everybody, puts out debuffs, all that stuff. But again, if you don't have judge, you could try her in a stun set. This is the chick I was talking about. She has a shield based off of her level, so you definitely want to get her up to 60. Heals each ally according to the number of buffs they are currently under. So you, again, Apothecary, she's going to put out shield, so you're going to heal. So she is a good champion to bring in if you don't have any of the other ones. I have another judge. I was keeping them just in case I needed 2 of them. If you have 2 judges, just run 2 judges. It's not going to do a ton of damage, just because he's mainly like a CC, so both in stun sets if you can. I have another Apothecary if you want to run 3 Apothecaries. I know one of my guys in the clan ran 3 Apothecaries instead of the dwarf guy. This chick attacks all enemies. Yeah, no heals. Again, you want heals or a lot of CC. This dude, provokes aren't bad, so he has a 100% chance of provoking 1 person. That's a heal reduction. We probably saw that guy on the other side. Heals all allies by 10% of their max HP. Plays at 30%. Alright, so that's not bad. It's a 4-turn cooldown though. This one I was like, oh no, not her. There was a champion here that I thought rezzed, but then you have to have a Harrier or something on the team, and we can't get a Harrier because he's void. 50% chance of placing Revoke, for 50, 60, 70% chance of placing Revoke on an A1. That's not bad. Attacks all enemies, 25, 35, 40% chance of placing a freeze. That could be good too. And place a shield buff on the champion for 2 turns, 80% chance of placing a counterattack. So this guy also is another good CC champ. We have an AoE that can freeze and a provoke. So he potentially could be, and he's the defense. So he could be used very defensively, kind of like a Gnarlhorn, but for the blue side. They're like brothers. Skink is a new guy. No AoE. Yeah, I think those are the main ones you're going to be looking at. But again, if you have her, Valerie, it could be really good with the shields and also the healing. Increases all buffs. That's awesome. And attacks 1 enemy. So basically just this and the healing. So you're going to want her really fast because it's a 5-turn cooldown. So you're going to want her either in a relentless set or super fast, or super fast and in a relentless set. So yeah, those are going to be my picks. Cool. Hopefully this helped you out, guys. This definitely took me a while. I used a lot of freaking silver. I started making this week's videos at 170,000 silver, 170k silver, so 170 million, 1.7 million, whatever it may be. I had that much silver, and now I'm down to 100,000 because I literally just been leveling up gear and leveling up champions and feeding them and crazy. But let me know what you guys want to see next. If you guys aren't a part of Discord, join the Discord link in the comment below. You guys are awesome. DirtBag Nation is insanely growing. We're almost up to 1,700 subs. If you guys have, if you want a free account takeover, there's a video. Link it in the last of these videos. You get to win a free account takeover if you guys are interested in account takeovers. We actually have a list pinned in my Discord. If you guys are interested, let me know. We're doing takeovers all this week on some of my other dirtbags, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for clicking on the video, and we'll see you in another video soon.